and welcome to liferayforyou.com. In our previous tutorial, we have seen that how we can manage session in Liferay. Uh, what are the scope those are available in which we can set data for the session, and those are basically application scope and portlet scope. We have seen what is the difference between application scope and portlet scope. So in this tutorial, we are going to cover expiration cache for a portlet and internationalization support for a portlet. So, well, consider a scenario where you know that for a particular amount of time, my output of my portlet will remain same. So, either what we can do is we can manipulate the business logic every time, and then we can fetch the data and hitting the database again and again, and then showing the stuff over there. Or either we can cache the whole data, the whole output of the portlet, and then we can show that onto the portlet. So let's consider an example where there is a scheduler running on the back end, and after every 1 hour, 2 hours, data is being updated in the database. So for that, what we can do is we can have a portlet that will fetch the data from the database every time a hit is being made, or after every 1 hour the cache will be changed. After 1 hour only the database will be hitted, else it will be serving the data from the cache. Well, there is a support in Liferay using which you can set up after how much time the cache or the output of a particular portlet is supposed to be expired, or for how much time the output of the portlet should be captured as a cache, and then it should be served for that particular amount of time through the cache only. So there is this tag known as expiration cache, which we used to put in portlet.xml. So well, it takes an integer type of values. Here we need to specify how many seconds the cache should be alive. So if you are setting 0, that means every time the value would be fetched from the database. Every time the new output of the portlet will be rendered, and then it will be shown to the front end. So if I'm setting -1 over here, then this means that the cache will never expire. And if I am putting up 300 over here, that means that after 300 seconds the cache will be expired over here. So what I have done is I have set it the cache to -1, which means that the cache of this portlet should not expire anytime. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this sample portlet. Well, we are going to use the same sample portlet that we have built in our previous tutorial. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over here, and then I'm gonna make some changes on the JSP, and then I'm going to hit F5. See, there is no change in the front end. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this to 0. That means there should not be an cache value of this portlet. So let us wait. Let's get this portlet build, because it need to redeploy this thing. Let us save it, and then let us wait to get this portlet deployed, because we are making a change in the XML, so it will take a little bit of time to get deployed. See, it has been deployed now. So now if I am going to hit over here, then the changes will be reflected over here. Now again I'm going to make some changes over here, and then again it is going to make the changes, because now the expiration cache is nothing. Now here comes the next topic, which is internationalization. So there are some pointers to be noted before we go forward with the internationalization. Locale of a particular portal is set at the portal level, not on the portlet level. So there can be a scenario that the portal is set at a level of let's say French, and then you are asking for a particular portlet that this should be rendered in an English locale, which is not possible over there. So to change the portlet, there is to change the portal locale, there is a portlet which is out of box of library, which they have built and then given it out. So that is language portlet. So for that language portlet, what you need to do is you just need to go over here and then say language, and here comes the portlet. And now over here you can select whatever language you want to select over here. So you can select Dutch, you can select Magyar, a whole bunch of lists over here. So let's say we are going to set French CC. Okay, let's say French. It should be FR if I am right. So let's see how we can add the functionality of internationalization in our custom portlet. So let's just comment this out and let us put up internationalization sample, and then let us put up a bundle which will be our, let's create a folder and then just say content. It is library standard to put up your language.properties file over here in this content folder, language.properties file. Okay, so let's say just finish, and then here comes, let's say hello, and its property will be hello in English. Okay, that is fine. And then for this resource bundle, what we have to do is we need to make an entry in the portlet.xml file. We need to specify resource bundle over here, and then we will say content slash language. Okay, so now it is going to find this language.properties file. And now in view.jsp, what we need to do is we need to fetch this property, and for that what we need to do is we need to go over here in this library UI taglib snippet, and then we need to fetch this message thing out. So, and we need to put up key as hello, so we will say insert over here. That's it. Also we need to add this taglib over here, which will be library.com/tld/ui, and its prefix could be whatever you want. I have put it library UI. So if we go to our portal, let's just go back to English, and then we will see. So here comes our property, which is hello, and it is hello in English. So now let us internationalize our portlet over here. So what we are going to do is we are going to put up another properties file so that we can have properties file localized for this Espanyol language. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up another language.properties file over here, and this language_es will be the properties file, and es will be our locale, whatever locale that is. So we will be postfixing that after language with an underscore with the locale name. So that will be all, and then we are going to write the property over here equals to, let's say, hello in Espanyol. Sorry for the mistake if I'm making any in the spelling, because I don't know about it what is precisely it is. So what we are going to do is we are just going to now change the or let's say over here where is our English, hello in English, and then let's go to English. And now what we are going to do is we are going to change this to Espanyol. So it is coming English and French, strange. So let us just rebuild this stuff over here. Maybe it is putting up this thing from cache. So So it is bringing out this, which I have just tested, so maybe it is just bringing out that. So let us just wait. So the deployment is going to start in a few seconds. Okay, it has been deployed. So this is it. Now let's say welcome. Okay, here you go. Hello in ESP and all. So if we are going to change this back to English, then it would be English, and if we are going to change this to ESP and all, then it would be ESP and all. So this is it about how you can internationalize your portlet. Another thing is, one more thing that Liferay provides is with a very cool feature is, let's say you are having your properties file with all of the values with the English only. So what you want to do is, you want to convert this property hello into French, into Hindi, into some other language. Then what you need to do is, there will be some setup that are required, and this will be generated by Liferay itself only. So for that, what you need, what you will be requiring will be an bingtranslator.com account, which is Azure's account. Over there you need to register your application, and then you will have to take out your application ID over there, and then your secret ID, whatever it is. And then what you need to do is, you need to go Liferay SDK and then build lang. So what will this build target will do is, it will communicate with the Bing translator, and then it is going to generate all of the properties file for you with different locales. So just what you need to do is, you need to go through the files and check it out whether the translation has been done correct or not. So this is the feature that Liferay has provided. So this it is very easy to control this language.properties file, and setting up different messages in different languages. So this is it for now. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.